What's so interesting is to know more and more about ourselves. I just wrote this in this little booklet. Some people asked me to write because the resident coming to this Zen temple, they want something to be written. So I just put it. What's interesting is to know more and more about ourselves. Let me explain. This is the tiny, delicate stuff. It's so profound. I went through this Vipassana 10-day course the year 2000. I still remember so much about it. I even written maybe 60 pages about that experience. Know more about ourselves. The way, if I compare Zen and Vipassana, there's so much in common because the origin is the same. It's basically the Buddha's experience and the wisdom and compassion came out of it. I studied a lot through Daisetsu about Zen and beyond Daisetsu, especially after the Vipassana experience I had, the awakening. But when I went to Vipassana, and let me try to explain that briefly and tie into why knowing ourselves more and more is interesting, is that you basically focus on sitting and knowing how, say, the breathing takes place for 3.5 days. Just sit and focus on breathing. Who would do that? I did that, and I'm so appreciative about it. So even the first day I remember it, because if you pay attention to the breathing, at lunchtime I was eating by myself because we don't have any eye contact and talking with other people. And then I looked up and what do you call that one? Grasshopper popped up. And then I noticed my breathing changed. On the right side or left side, I don't remember anymore. But on one side, it's much faster than the other. Because this is the first day at lunchtime. Then I knew what this is about. Because you know how the body senses without being tied up in the mind. Mind is still possibly working, but maybe at the lunchtime I'm still in the quiet mind. And this change of emotion showing up as the change of the air flowing through the nostril, I thought, oh, this is it. To know more about myself. And if you, I don't know what more, because I just got that idea that if you know that, you know more about yourself. And let me explain that. If you're caught up in the mind, you don't know the movement of the air, or even your stomach is hurting, you're just occupied in your mind. This breakfast time, I was cooking and I was a little bit rushing, and I thought I stopped. And then I just remember this whole thing. See, this is 25 years ago. I'm still revisiting this experience and the meaning of it, because the meaning of it, let me talk about it, is that if you know about yourself that much, delicate change of the airflow or bodily sensation, that's the after the breathing, anapana exercise, to know how it happens, and more in detail, you really get into it. You go into the Vipassana, which is to check not the breathing, but each part of your body, how it is functioning. You just pay attention to, say, top of your head, and moving here and there. And you do this sitting without moving hand, but just. So the first 3 days and a half nostril, then afterward, all the rest of it, you go through this back and forth, scanning, I call it. And you get to know more and more. I'm not going to go into detail, but maybe I should. Because experiential wisdom, it's not the mind. You start to feel the vibration, sensation in the finger, palm especially, or here and there. When my palm was wet with the sweat, I could hear the cricket sound in the palm. Things like that. You become so sensitive. And then I had this Banga, they call it awakening, which just the whole body went into the whole vibration. I felt like I was in the, how do you call it, dynamo. Flow of energy is flowing everywhere. And yeah, this sounds kind of crazy, but the nature's way was showing off, because before that, my connection to the body was not there. I was occupied in the mind, not listening. Now feel the sensation through the breathing and then the body. And the body responded. The body felt happy that I'm paying attention to. So all the blockage that I had is broken. The bottleneck between the mind and body opened up. And then the whole energy welling up from the core of my being, base chakra probably. And then I was in the ecstasy. But I didn't know what happened. And the assistant teacher there didn't explain. So I studied the next several years, and I figured out, and still figuring out. That's the point I'm doing this video. You see, I keep doing this because of the new insight popping up from every which direction. And it is such a rewarding thing that I'm not living alone. I'm living with the way of the universe, which is helping me to have this experience and be happy, energized, and knowing more about myself. So I keep doing it. I can't stop it. Or I don't want to stop it because it is important. The reason why it's important, again, back to this knowing ourselves, and more and more and more. Get to the point of you are so well in tune and connected to that, the root of who we are, mind-body connection is there. So as much as this morning I detected that I was rushing a little bit, so I stopped. Then the sensation comes back. And what I thought at the time is that if I don't know this, then I may be rushing, maybe adrenaline is flowing, and my body and mind is unbalanced. And what's the result of unbalanced mind and body? Body is left, and if they want to take care of things in the body, our energy and the hormone goes up there, and you lose the connection. So without knowing, I may be, or we can be hurting ourselves, and that's not healthy. It's unbalanced. So breathe in and breathe out. I keep saying, to be connected to the root. absolute state of being. When you have mind, you cannot detect as quickly or precisely, so leave the mind alone, be quiet, calm, no ego. So whether you do Vipassana or not, some people get it. I thought about Warren Buffett when he said that something of this nature. When he does do things, he doesn't want to have the person who he respects to know that if he doesn't do it right. So there's always someone watching, so that you can align yourself in the way where you are in line to the way of the nature, I call it. It's nature because it's not the artificial thing. Nature's way, connection, at peace, and things get taken care of. You get healthy, the energy flows without blockage, and mind is not overtaking. It's just that simple. I get excited. That keeps me going. This little incident. And you know what? I may not live long, but if you do this right, I bet you'll be a happy person, peaceful, appreciative of how we live life, and not get tangled up in the stupid stuff, which I still do, but not too much. And if you notice that too much, you know it, because of this experience accumulated over time. More you accumulate, get in tune to this process earlier, it will be your help. If it's at the old age, because you have so much little room, but it may help. But earlier and more often, Jiki, steady power, realization of the power within, fountain of life, appreciation. It's just that simple. What's interesting is to know more and more about ourselves. You can hear the bird. They are with the way of nature. We humans may lose the touch, the miracle way of nature. And it's not too late. And if you get the hang of it, keep digging in. Only you can do it. But we can do it, to share these things. That's what I'm doing with AI. It's the recognizing the pattern, what can go wrong, and catch it as early as possible, if possibly. Then go to the sandbox, or just me. Breathe in, breathe out. Or you can count number if you like. Or just listen to the bird. If your mind is busy, you don't hear it. You don't smell it. You don't feel it. We are the manifestation of the nature's way, floating up in the mind doing something different. But if you're connected, you're balanced, and you'll be a happy person, peaceful. Eternal home you can be connected to, at peace. Let's do that. May all beings be happy.